Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gone!
To throw again, Barnes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw. Barnes. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field strength has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Hey, let's go! Double.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Eagle.
They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Eagle.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Play action. Barnes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 55 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. On first down, they go with Dixon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Go, go, go. Hey, run it. Run.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
When I say
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for... This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They still can't get it. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. Now a handoff for Dixon. And some room to work. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Barnes. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the give, this is Dixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know you feel that. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to give them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll run with Dixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Dixon. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 3rd down, Barnes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 1st down, Barnes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Barnes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Quick, quick. Nice 5-3. Hey, slow down, slow down. Alpha, alpha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Now Dixon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Right back to Dixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on 3rd down, Barnes eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Back to throw here. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Ingram. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Eagle, eagle.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Eagle, eagle.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Late. Watch the run. Stop. Hey, Q9. Stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Double. Alpha. Base 24.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Alpha. And it's a black Q9.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, let's go.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Stop. Orange. I'm coming.
He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Dixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give the tackle to Tease Tabor that time.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A run by Dixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Barnes. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. They'll run it with Dixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, Barnes. He's going to fire one deep over the man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys add on. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So the offense ready to go back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Double. Eagle.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Base 24. Eagle.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. Cowboys sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Lions on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They're going to look to throw. Now he steps away. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play on third down for the Lions. 55 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Barnes. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
Pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Hey, let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Eagle, eagle. Stop. Hey, Q9. Lion. 300. Wait.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Alpha. Orange.
They'll drop to throw. Caught left side by Funchess. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Cowboys, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.